Hi everyone, welcome to Mala's Verse. Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome to everyone who's new to the channel. And today I am going to do a pick a card reading on what aspects of you are you not letting come out, which would actually help you in your journey. So, personality traits or aspects that are dormant within you and have potential and could help you in your journey currently on your work, your relationships, anywhere. So we have four piles. The first pile is this stone. I collected it from a river. Mhm. The other one is a blue apatite, raw. The third pile is the labradorite, again a raw crystal. I don't know if it's shining. And the fourth one is again a stone I picked up from a river. So I will see you guys in your reading. So, hi, pile number one. If you chose this stone, this is your reading. We already have some cards pulled out for you. So, I pulled out some cards from the Archetype deck, which is this one. And the cards that we have for you are the Detective, Mother, and Lover. So, also the tarot cards that we have for you are the Ace of Cups, the Tower card, and the Ace of Wands. Also, we have an extra one, which is the Fool. So, what I can see is you have the potential. Okay, let's talk about the archetype or the personality trait you are too involved in right now, and probably in the shadow aspect of it, which is the detective. The shadow attributes say voyeurism, falsifying information, and even the mother archetype. So I feel like what I'm receiving is you are actually in both of the attributes of the mother archetype, the shadow and the light attribute. Whereas for the detective one, you are leaning more on, or your energy is leaning more on the shadow attributes of it and not the light attributes of it. When it comes to specifically, I'm feeling that this is for people who are either in relationships or have really strong friendships, and they are being you guys are probably too skeptical about the relationships you have right now. So you the energy you're embodying right now is more like keeping an eye out for someone to make a mistake, um, rather than looking for things that you could be appreciative about, or not just going into toxic positivity but being open to any and all possibilities. You are not opening up to that. You're actually more inclined towards what could go wrong, when would the next or when would the next shoe fall, or the I think that is the saying. And you are in this aspect. The light attributes in the mother archetype are nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. The shadow aspects are smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. It could be that you are a mother, but I'm feeling more like relationships and you taking up this archetype to be a nurturing person for someone else. So you do have the light attributes, but you do have the shadow attributes also playing out here, wherein you could be overly loving and restricting people in the relationship you are in. You might be lacking boundaries, or letting people be themselves, or giving them the space to be themselves. You could be currently shoving down your opinion there in their face, like, or down their throat. So that is the chaotic set of personality within you, or the aspects within you which are you are not currently embodying. But the thing is, a balance between these two archetypes and also many archetypes is what you have a potential of, which is the lover. So the light attributes of the lover is great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation for someone or something. Like I said with the detective card, what I'm feeling here is you're always walking around on your tiptoes, waiting for something bad to happen, and so you're not trusting. You are not even trusting the universe currently in the way you are playing out your relationships, be it platonic or romantic. And so when I asked of the question as to what is the potential personality trait or aspect of you that is dormant, but it is highly helpful or has a lot of potential and can create amazing things in your life, I got the Ace of Cups, which is pretty much aligned with the lover card because the cups represent emotions, relationships, and Ace of Cups is like beginnings. It is an offering also from the universe. It's an offering within yourself that is there, but you are not able to tap into the full potential of it. Especially when I look at the dove here, it's that sense of peace is already within you, it's inherent in you, but you have not tapped into it because you're so worrisome as to people leaving behind you, leaving you behind. Like you might have experienced abandonment issues or scenarios as you were when you were a child, or within friendships or within relationships, or you could have been used for the empathy, for the unconditional love that you showed, but which has led to this shadow aspect of the detective to be playing predominantly in your life currently. But it has also, this unconditional love has also manifested in the light attributes of a mother, to be nurturing, kind, caring person that you actually are, and genuinely doing that or helping people out or nurturing or caring for people without conditions. But somehow, because people, whatever experiences you had as in your past, you hold on too tightly, or you could be subconsciously even guilt tripping people to staying with you or doing things your way, which is really not unconditional love. And the fact is that you have the potential, you are brimming within with unconditional love, and it can only come out when you break this habit of um, succumbing to your past, not even your current, but your past and what your past has been. You are being asked to take a leap of faith. Like this is a strong message from the universe, and be playful. If you look at the illustration also in this card, look at how happy she is, how the energy that she is embodying is very flowy, very light. It is not restricted, it's not the position of this woman here is so closed off, it's not inviting at all. But here the person is open, they are also cherishing what they already have, and you have multiple things to be thankful for and be um, you can fuel your inner unconditional love with these things that you're already blessed with, to create or bring out this aspect of yours from within yourself. And it will be a better experience. Many of you could be, I think most of you would benefit from doing some shadow work. um, if you are not familiar with the term, I do have some info on it on my Instagram, but shadow work is literally going into aspects of yourself that you have been denying and learning to embrace them, acknowledge them, and potentially even looking at what skills or potencies you would have in that aspect of yourself. So you do have a lot of unconditional love to give, and it comes from a space of detachment. And that detachment is there inherent in you, but because you have not experienced the entirety of it for yourself, even you're scared to take that leap of faith. And that's that is the base, that is the false palace or the sand castle that you need to break, or the universe is highly likely going to come in and break it for you, because this is something that's very, it's a, it's an essential part of who you are as a soul. And so this facade has to break down, this, these lies that you have experienced, that you are only left behind and you're not loved, which you might have put into your shadow aspect, and caused it to create relationships with, for you, wherein you are actually left behind. And you know that cycle keeps repeating. It's only going to shatter when you embrace fully the unconditional love that you have, and knowing that you have a lot of spiritual guides or entities in the spirit realm who are rooting for you, who have been there for you since you were a kid. They've always been aware, obviously they have always been aware of what a miracle you are, and so they are always supporting you. They're standing right beside you when you're experiencing anything that's grand and glorious and even torturous. So remember that you are never ever alone. And so you really need to break this foundation. If you see, we do have the doubt even here, to get to that inner peace that you have within, and it's very solid, like it's firm in your being. But for that to come out, you really need to embrace your shadows, embrace the fact that it's, whatever happened was a lesson to be learned. It was really there for you to heighten your intuition and trust your awareness more, because with the kind of emotional intelligence I can see for you here that you innately have, you have the ability to look out for people who are not going to contribute to you or your life. And so instead of investing in them entirely without seeing the red flags, um, you are now more well equipped. That is why probably you have the shadow attributes of the detective and not the light attributes. And when you do this, when you overcome this fear of being left behind, and I definitely understand that it takes time, but it is also a choice that you can make today and eventually move forward and move away from this, because this is very strongly within you, and this is a change that is going to create a, it's going to create a new foundation for you, and it will bring forth a lot of creativity with the Ace of Wands here, which is, it's lying dormant within you. This entire process is a very big healing process for you to move towards calmer waters, to move towards more knowledge, more experience for your soul. And embodying this energy has certainly caused, you know, um, has demotivated your personal power, or demotivated you in general. And breaking down these barriers to people, breaking down these barriers to receiving, and being an allowance of everything. The universe is comprising of everything, the good, bad, the ugly, everything. Consciousness includes everything. So when you break those barriers down and know that you are an infinite being who has the support of thousands of guides, what I can, from what I can see, or even the universe within itself, it's like, I mean, it comprises of billions of stars, so you have a lot of support. And why wouldn't you then get out of this? Because you have ideas, you have power that is embodied within leaders, and that too not from a place of aggression but from a place of unconditional love. You are a kind, your leadership aura or energy is more compassionate rather than rigid and strict, and it's really essential in the times that we are in now, especially with the light attributes of the mother. When you start embodying more of that, and also being aware of the shadow attributes, the shadow attributes of the mother, and then working through it, you are going to be phenomenal. So this is what I have for you, pile one. I hope the reading resonated and you gained something from it. Please make sure to like the video because it spreads to or goes to more people, and I hope you stay. Bye. Hi, pile number two. So, if you chose this blue appetite, this is your reading. We have cards pulled out for you already. So, the archetype cards that we have are the visionary, teacher, and also the guide. And the tarot cards that we have pulled out for you are the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, Five of Cups and the Fool, and also the Eight of Pentacles. So the current personality aspect, or personality aspect that you are embodying is that of the teacher, this one. And the potency that you have within is that of a visionary and also of a guide. What I am receiving is that you are slowly embodying the energy of the energy of the guide, but it's not there fully, and you are a little stuck with your ways when it comes to being, when you're embodying the teacher energy. You are being when it comes to so with the visionary, what I'm getting is that you are lacking the energy of being a student, even if a, because if you look at a student, the student is sort of a visionary because they are open to new ideas, new possibilities, and with the way you've become or are embodying the vision or the energy of a teacher, you've become a little rigid as to what is right, what is wrong, and the shoulds and shouldn'ts or the haves or the have-nots, and you have restricted your way, you restricted how much you can contribute to just yourself and even the society at large and guide people around you, you know. You are learning to be a guide eventually, like one step at a time, but it's only going to happen more when you connect with the energy of the earth, with the energy of this realm. You are a little a bit in your head right now. You could be more in your mental space, in your mental body. You really need to drop down into your physical body as well. That is a big contribution to who you are as a person, as a being. You are here in this beautiful vessel, experiencing this planet, right? And you really need to embody the energy of the planet around you, of the energy of what the element of earth represents, that is grounding. And you are because right now with the mental space that I'm being called to or being asked to talk about, and diamond, although we do not have that suit here in your cards, but and diamond again being reminded of the swords suit in the tarot, which is the mental space, the thinking aspect of you, and it's a masculine energy. Many a times when it's this, when the masculine energy is distorted, we do become rigid. We are close to ideas that could actually help us, we are close to visions that could help us to create something greater. And you innately are a visionary, and I mean, there's no doubt that's why you are embodying the energy of a teacher as well. But um, you could be stuck in your ways, in the sense that whatever you've learned, that is the only right way to go about it, or whatever you've experienced, you are not even probably looking into what you've learned in nuances that could help you to take steps that you have not taken earlier. So you are being asked to become a little more free and embody this dormant visionary energy that you have. So the light attributes of a visionary is capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. um, because when I pull your tarot cards as well, so when I asked what are you embodying right now, so I have the Seven of Wands again. That is also a fighter spirit, you know, fighting to be in the position that you are in. It could be that you are trying to protect and fight for your ideals right now. So really need to like, you really need to expand your horizons. it's not it won't be even difficult for you because it's already inherent in you. You really need to step out of your comfort zone of what you already are aware of, and be open to what you could be aware of, the whispers of the universe that are probably coming to you but you're not acknowledging because it might not be in alignment with what you know currently. And how you could embody this energy more is again represent, like we have the Ace of Pentacles for that, and that's again how I told you, connecting with the earth realm, connecting with this planet more. Go out in nature, connect with the ground more, connect with the trees more, connect with whatever is around you if it's possible. Spend more time outdoors right now, and because that's going to help you drop down into your body as well and open up your horizons, widen your thinking or vision spectrum, so that you can move beyond what's been restricting you. With the Five of Cups here, I do understand that the reason you might be stuck is because of how difficult it might have been for you to create a foundation of your own. What I am receiving is that you have experienced a lot of experiences or scenarios wherein your ideologies or your thoughts were disregarded or made fun of, and so you started taking in ideas from people around you and their beliefs, made it your own, only to realize later that they were not for you, they were not at all what you align with. So, and it's taken a lot of time for you to get over this, to let go of what was not yours and build your own set of beliefs, build your own set of ideologies, or build your own sense of who you are and what you would like to do, what your desires are. And so you are fiercely protecting it right now instead of giving away or becoming more of who you are. Whenever you become more of who you are, you're always in allowance of everything, everyone, and it does not have any effect on you because you are an infinite being, and someone else's thoughts, feelings, emotions should never be your burden to carry, and it does not even affect you when you are remembering and being in the power of who you are as an infinite being. When you move away from this past experience of, specifically with all these butterflies here in the Five of Cups, this is a big transformation happening for you. It's being triggered for you, but it is also obviously a choice for you to make. And with the butterflies here, my focus is Taiwan again going on the purple one, and if you see, the color for the guide card is also that of a purple one. So you are inherently and innately quite knowledgeable. It could be spiritual stuff that you are knowledgeable about, or personal development, or occult sciences, or anything. Does lean a little towards um, being appreciative and aware of your surroundings energetically. So more awareness in those terms compared to what we have been told in terms of academics or education. It could be that as well, I'm not denying that, but more around belief systems and stuff like that. So you have the sun rising behind you here, and the visionary card is also, similar color scheme, and how she's holding a crystal ball, I guess, but it's in the air, and the aura is also that of a yellow orange shade. So your experiences in the past and you holding on to this energy of not letting go your ideologies, it's not about letting them go and totally discarding them. It's about being open to what else is possible. How can you look at more possibilities from the space you're already in, rather than just having that tunnel vision on the basis of whatever experiences you've had. Once you start doing this, all the efforts that you have put in, like I was talking about here, to build your own sense of self, to build your own sense of values, sense of what is consciousness for you and not, what is true for you and not, all of those things that you have already been working on, it's going to embody into your being and not just be a concept for you. You will be living it, and you will become, with the visionary and the fool card, I mean, that is just the best combo, because you have blind faith in the universe that things will work out for you, that um whatever you're, having visions of, or the things you would like to work on, nothing is unachievable, or nothing is um something that cannot be actualized in this reality. And specifically with this progress that you make, with the structure that you have and the logic that you have, that of a teacher, you will start embodying more and living. I've been using the word embodying a lot, and living more from your space of awareness and intuition, and not restricting yourself from whatever you have experienced. Because we also have the high priestess at the bottom of the deck, so you guys are really intuitive people. You could be tarot readers, you could be counselors, spiritual counselors, and guiding people even through your artwork is what I'm hearing. um, so therapy through art probably is also something you could be doing, through art, through poems, through writing, anything that wherein you are sharing what is coming to you through the divine or the source or the universe from specifically your crown chakra, and delivering it into the universe through your hands. Wow. And or creative expression. So maybe you are being asked to tweak your teaching ways, or the way you are being a guide a little bit, to become more visionary. And if you look at that, that is also possible when you embody your inner child more, be more playful about how you express yourself, and not take life so seriously, and eventually understanding that no one can take away what is truly yours. And the way you've worked on this, on your beliefs, on who you are as a person, that's not going to be taken away from you. It is for yours to keep, and your ancestors are definitely protecting you if you believe in them. Or the forces that you believe in are definitely protecting you through this entire journey. Is this you might know as a concept, but again, embodying this as a being is quite different, and you'll start living that, and then you will know that there's nothing to prove, only life to be lived, enjoyed, and in any and every phase, and that you are potent and powerful enough to go through all of these phases with and without resistance, but without breaking down, and without thinking that you're any less or any less important, because you definitely are. You are a guide here, you'll be guiding so many people. So yeah, that's what I have for you, pile number two. I hope the reading resonates, and I'll see you guys the next time. Bye. Hi, pile number three. If you chose this labradorite crystal, this is your reading. We already have cards pulled out for you. So the archetype cards that you have for yourself are the mother, healer, and also the prince. In your tarot cards, we have the three of cups, the justice card, the seven of pentacles, and also the emperor. So the archetype or the personality that you are already embodying is currently that of the mother and the healer. What I am receiving is that your mother instincts are probably balanced, but with your healer instincts, you are more filling up other people's cup and not helping yourself. And that is causing the imbalance within you, and thus you are not even taking power where you could take power. The light attributes of a healer are passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. The shadow attributes, taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. That's what I'm being time and again drawn to. You are not at all taking care of yourself, and you are too invested in other people's healing, being a mother to everyone but yourself. Whereas the potential that you have is that of a prince, and the light attribute for the same is romantic charm and potential for power. Where many at times it does happen with healers that they're so invested in people, helping people out, that they forget themselves. And specifically in terms of not just creating romantic relationship with someone else, but with yourself, that sense of power that comes for any and every person from this place of trusting themselves and confidence is actually being uh, loving with oneself, being tender with oneself, and doing activities that enhances or takes up more energy towards, or directs more energy towards your potencies, and also towards places that need more tender care, and you are not doing that. And even now, like when I asked with the tarot cards as well, where your energy is invested, or and also what energy you're embodying, is that of the three of cups, which is all about having fun with friends, or um, having a gala time as well. But it was also, for me right now, it's representing how you are still helping others raise their cup, helping them uplift and be empowered, but not empowering your own self. There is this need to, you actually have that innate sense of being balanced, walking the line in the middle, being in all of it, the good, bad, and the ugly, being an allowance of all that's happening, and not living in duality. You do have that innate potency to be balanced and have everything panned out with ease for you, and you do not have to choose specifically something and invest just your energy in that. You are able to equally pay attention to a lot of things, and even balance yourself if you're not doing it. But currently you are balance yourself in the sense that you have that sense of power within yourself, and so you can reduce your input or investment from one place and increase in another without feeling bad about it, without feeling guilty about not helping someone else. Guilt is a distractor implant. It's just been made up in this society to distract you from your own potential. So you do have this potential of being firm, of being the killing energy, of being someone who's a healer, from a place of actually allowance, and from a place of allowance for yourself and for others, rather than shoving your ideas down someone's throat. Instead of that, or excessively helping someone else, or being there for someone else rather than being there for yourself. You have this innate awareness and potency to direct that energy towards your own improvement as well. Because with the prince here, not it's not about just the romantic charm that you would have with your own self, and also about the legacy that you would create, because in the outcome we do have the emperor as well, and emperor is the embodiment of all the four kings: the king of fire, water, air, and earth. So you have this innate potency of being balanced. The card that we have is that of justice, and fair, having a good flow, inflow and outflow of energy. That capacity is there within you, but it's being exploited by people who know your potential. And how you can factor it into your being is to let go and let the universe do its work. You've put in a lot of efforts to change people around you. Let them be, let them run their race, let them guide themselves, but with focusing more on what you can do for yourself, and the energy that's then left, which you are not investing in them, when you focus that towards yourself being your own prince charming, you will manifest the leadership, the life that you are capable of doing. Or I'm sorry, but my camera got cut off because of low battery. So anyway, I was saying that you already have that potency of equilibrium, of tempered energies within you, of tempering situations or energies, and not going too much in any of the realities or sides, or being dichotomous, or split. Actually, you are unified. You do know how to be unified and embracing all sides of any sort of energy, but you are not doing that for yourself, and people see the potency that you have. And I will say it as it is, that people are taking advantage of you, even the ones who know you currently, or who are accessing your energies right now. These could be people whom you see in the light of being a friend or a family member or a sibling or colleagues, anyone. So it's not to throw shade at them, but they know what they know about you energetically, and somehow they are taking advantage of that. So you need to step aside, not even back, and see the whole situation for yourself from a balanced, broader perspective, and see where you are not filling your own cup, because you have the outcome of that of an emperor, and you already have the hidden potency of the personality of a prince. All are leaning towards or are signifying royalty, of being in power of your own, be it in the form of a prince or even an emperor. They know what their value is, they know what potencies they carry, the luxury that they carry, the luxury of values, of energy, of talents that you already have. And you need to focus those energies, or bring in this potency of you more towards the world, to out in the world, towards yourself, towards the light, and not just keep it somewhere on the back burner and let it burn, and not actually help people through and with that energy. Because when you start embodying more of who you are going to be an amazing healer. You can actually relate more, and thus, instead of going more into, like, getting more involved into the situation, becoming aware of the nuances of the or the intricacies in the energy, you will take the steps necessary way ahead before, or you know un by not going unnecessarily into a rabbit hole of doing the work time and again, time and again, time and again. Because right now, just because you're helping others so much and you're involved so much in that, you are not even able to track as to what progress you have made, what knowledge you have already gained, what efficiency and innate knowledge you already possess. Which is, I mean, specifically with the color blue here, um, being very significant, you really need to work on your throat chakra, which is to live in your truth and be and speak your truth. And you do not have to necessarily cut people down with your words and be aggressive with it, but you can be a fierce, kind energy, right? And so people would know that you have things to offer, and that it's not always available, or you are not at the beck and call of everyone. You have things to take care of for yourself as well, to improve yourself too, because your own improvement and your own upgradation helps people. As it is, you just being you is the biggest contribution to anyone and the entire planet. So start focusing more on yourself. Be the king, queen, the prince or the princess that you are innately. Embody that energy. Do not shy away from the potencies and talents that you have. Do not keep them under the undercovers, or do not just push it into one of the cupboards and let it rot there. Don't feel guilty about having strengths. Please enjoy them and create greater with it, because already you are embodying the energy of a healer and that of a mother. So you are not going to do anything wrong with it. Or even if you do feel like, you are aware with the justice card here, you are aware what is the universal truth for you, and you will always take action in that manner. So you do not have to be afraid or feel guilty about outcreating people around you. If you do not do that, you are not outcreating yourself. You are not becoming a better version of who, not better version, but more of you, who you are. Because every day we are learning new things about ourselves, and we are learning something that's already within us, that we haven't yet explored, right? So you have that energy of royalty, of established, of an establishment, of someone who is actually a leader, who is an example, who leads by example. So, and anyway, that's the best way to help anyone, to lead by example. So definitely tap into that energy of personality, of personality trait or your strength, of that of a prince, so that you can move forward more efficiently towards the emperor that you are. I hope this reading resonated with you and helped you to find something useful in it. And I hope you stick around. I'll see you guys the next time. Bye bye. Hi, pile number four. Hi, pile number four. So, if you chose this rock, this is your reading. We have cards pulled out for you already, and the attributes, the personality traits, or the archetypes that we have are gossip, child orphan, and the Samaritan. I don't know how to pronounce it. So please forgive if I am butchering the word. Anyway, the tarot cards that we have are Knight of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. We have the Prince of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. We have the Four of Pentacles, a lot of Pentacles, and the Prince of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. Also, at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Lovers. So you are probably, even if you're not gossiping right now, you are letting a lot of people have access to how you feel by letting them into your ear, by letting them influence your thought process or your ideas about someone or something or your situation. And you are being you could be hastily taking action in areas, especially when it comes to your work, which could be influenced by people around you and how they've been filling your head with their ideas, their beliefs, their successes or failures or their experiences. And that's why, even so, with that context and with that energy that you are moving forward, which is influence from others, and it could be even patterns that are coming through from your ancestral line. I can also perceive with the gossip fact that I am not sure if you are comfortable with this topic, but entities, which is disembodied beings, which could be angels, guides, people who have died, or even demons, or any entities like that which do not have a body, have been putting in ideas within your mind, because you have been you with the Knight of Swords energy, it doesn't feel like you are, and with the other cards that we already have on the table right now for you, you haven't been able to stabilize your mind space, your mind body, uh, and it's causing you to take up other people's thoughts and feelings and emotions, and this could be the collective as well. It does seem like you are a highly intuitive person, someone who can take up a lot of energy from people around them and even the collective in general. So you are taking actions based on what you have been influenced with rather than what is true for you with the Knight of Swords here. And you are really you are not being able to distinguish what is yours and what is not yours, which is actually an innate capacity you have. That could also be the reason why there are entities around you that could be influencing you, and you are at the effect of them, because you have this potential to absorb a lot of information, but you have not tapped into the innate potential of using that to your benefit, a and using that in a way wherein you do know what is your truth, and moving away from what is not yours, like sending it back to sender. Because even with the Samaritan here, what I'm being pointed towards is the shadow attribute, which is exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. So you could be helping out people, or doing activities or taking action in your workspace, in your workplace, which is probably influenced by society at large, or any and all external influences, and it's not yours. So you are taking action like that, you're probably helping someone out from that space or from that ideology, and it is not working out at all, and you are trying to pull energy in the sense that you are trying to get appreciation or recognition from people in exchange of what you have been doing, which is the not even true to you or who you are as a person. Because you have this balance of yin and yang, you have this awareness of light and shadow, and you have capacity with embracing both the aspects and both and any and all sort of knowledge, and then moving away from what is creating anti-consciousness or unconsciousness towards creating consciousness, towards using that innate knowledge that you have to create greater, to create more conscious people or more conscious energy around you, or even entities around you. And this could be nature spirits also. I don't know why I'm being called to that. So nature spirits do include fairies and elves also. um okay, I can't remember. I don't have the word for the picture I'm getting, but yeah, all nature spirits, elementals specifically, are also influenced, or they do look up to you. I mean, and specifically water is definitely coming through here. And with this two of pentacles here also, I do feel there's a lot about the under, not even the underworld, I would say underwater. Underworld could get more intense for you now, but it does show that you have that innate capacity, that innate personality of drawing in from the hidden darker realms. It does not mean it's wrong. Darker realms it's just that it's dark, it's not lit, but you have that in you have the awareness to work with it, wherein you shine your own light and you survive, not just survive but thrive on your own in those circumstances, and do not need help or recognition from someone outside of yourself to make you understand or even look at how powerful you are. Because the hidden potency that you have with the child is the card that I got. I mean, the child orphan is the card that I got for that. And with it, let me just read the light attributes for it. Independence based on learning to go do it alone, conquering fear of surviving. So if you see how this woman is swimming towards the upper surface, and she has a dove and a dolphin, I think, accompanying her. So you do have a lot, very strong relationship with nature and nature spirits, and they are looking up to you. They do support a lot, like they support you a lot. I'm sure when you are out there, I do feel like you either get warned about stuff that is happening climate wise or weather wise, and you take necessary precautions. Like, it could be really sunny outside, but you just know innately that it's going to rain, and so you take an umbrella without any explanation, and you are saved basically, or you are prepared actually for the same. So how you can tap more into this is connecting more with the earth realm, with the page of pentacles here. Look at how many animals are there with her. They are all aligned and very comfortable in her space, and that's only going to happen when you are comfortable within who you are, and listen to your innate knowledge instead of giving into what others have to say, or time and again taking advice from people around you rather than trusting the innate knowledge you already have. Because it's making you not so many opinions that you have, like these three lotuses is probably the opinions of people around you, or just the society at large, or whatever you're watching on on social media, or just media in general, and how you're making those things important instead of looking at the big ass lotus in the back, which is your wealth of knowledge and experience and awareness as a soul even, and not tapping into it where with that's exactly what it is. Like, you have a wealth of knowledge and awareness within, which can only uh not only, but it's definitely going to revive more and more the more you connect with yourself, and like I mentioned, the water element, and also going more into nature, connecting with the planet. um Something about breath work is definitely also coming up that will help you to connect more with your innate awareness, even if it doesn't, immediately give you downloads. No meditation or breath work or stuff like this should be intended immensely or excessively with the purpose of getting downloads or ideas. That's again, restricting yourself and having a tunnel vision, or just succumbing to ideas that people have about what meditation is. Rather, do take steps to do these things, just so that sorry, just so that your mind is clear, and you're not split into different ideas that you are not probably even aware of because you interacted with someone, but are aware of because you're so intuitive and so tapped into the entire consciousness that you're picking up from people or picking it up from entities. So the way to distinguish this is to become more and more easier and calmer in your being, in the sense that that outside noise is shut down entirely, and that's going to lead to how you have this potency of juggling with things. But right now you are everywhere, you're here and there, and you are moving hastily. Even though you have knowledge, you are not taking the knowledge that you have within, but taking actions on the basis of the knowledge you have gathered from around you. But when you take these steps of connecting more with the nature spirits, connecting more with earth, connecting more with who you are through breathing, through walking in the taking a walk in the park or in the gardens or in the forest if you're lucky enough to do that, or specifically a lot of the water elements are sitting besides a river, journaling there, putting your hands in the sand, in the mud if you can, if it's warm enough, because it's cold where I am, and soaking in the sun. Doing these kind of things without expectations. Expectations and projections do not lead us anywhere. So just doing it because it feels nourishing to your being, and it's just so much fun. Just do things because they are fun to do, and not because someone said that is the way to go about it. So whatever feels light to you, do that, and connect more with who you are, because that's going to help you tap into more knowledge that you innately have, and you would love eventually to learn more about it. You will explore more within your worlds than outside of yourself, and you will find a home within you. You do not need a council outside of yourself. You are a council and authority within yourself. And because with the lovers also at the bottom of the deck here, you the lovers represents a lot of things. It does represent love and relationships, but it also represents two sides of the same thing as well. It does represent the masculine feminine union, and you have that within you. So like I said, you have the knowledge of different worlds within you, but you're not tapping into it. You're rather seeking outside help, and that too in terms of what feels right to your cognitive knowledge, not tapping into the awareness that you have. So that's what you are being called towards, because that's dormant within you, and that's a huge potency to have. So tapping into that, you would not even need so many people to advise what to do. You have this big wealth of knowledge within you with the sun here. It's just the matter of you tapping into it, recognizing it, and acknowledging it. It's an overload of information. So move more into, I'm really getting the nature spirits a lot, specifically the ones that fly. So um, dragonflies, butterflies, definitely a lot of them. Dragonflies are masculine energy again. So this entire thing is going to give you a home within yourself, the stability that you are looking for, instead of charging ahead, without any purpose, or on the basis of information that's half baked or even false for you, because everyone's reality and everyone's truth is different. So start embodying this child often energy, which is independence based on learning to do it alone, conquering the fear of surviving. You are capable of doing that. You have that personality already within you, and no one and people are going to, you don't even have to exact appreciation like it says in this card, but people will definitely come to you for help, and you will be able to do it from a space of awareness, from a space of your own wholeness, rather than filtered information or any expectation. I hope this reading helped you in some way, shape, or form. And please do like, share, subscribe, because if you like the video, it goes on to more people, and more people have access to information that could help them. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Thank you.